Hello and welcome back to my Pokemon Gold HardType Ground Monotype Challenge. Now you're probably wondering what on earth is going on here, why have we already started? And the reason for this is I discovered a glitch in the game. So I was grinding just south of the woman who heals you on, I think it's Route 27, I think, or the one just south of Victory Road on the Johto side, harvesting off the those level 87 Steelix, all that, getting lots of good experience. And what happened is, I tried to fast travel to Indigo Plateau, because that would be the easiest way to heal, and then I'd go back through Victory Road and all the rest of it. And what happened was, when I woke up after the fast travel, after flying to Victory Road, I woke up in the bed that you find yourself on when you jump on the SS Aqua, just having finished the Elite Four. So, and there's no way off. And unfortunately I didn't save before doing the grinding, which was really stupid, which means that I was either going to have to redo the whole of the previous episode off screen, also do some more grinding, then take on the Elite Four, or we could start from here. And I thought, let's start from here, this isn't a bad position. So what we're going to do is we're going to start from here, because what this essentially allows me to do is to do lots of battles and get loads of experience for my Pokemon even more efficiently. I'm essentially grinding off these guys, in a way. I won't do any of the Kanto gym leaders, but we'll do several of the battles around Kanto, stuff like that. And we'll just try and get as fast as possible from here back to the Kanto entrance to Indigo Plateau. And then, depending if my Pokemon are leveled enough, then I can do the, then we can go for some proper, then we can go for a proper run at the Elite Four. So unfortunately I started this battle before I started saving, which was a bit stupid. But anyway, so this guy, I think he had a Noctowl first of all, and Marowak obviously took it out with some Thunder Punches. Next Pokemon is a Dodrio, so we're going to stay in. Seems to be a Flying type trainer, so we're just going to keep going with the Thunder Punches. I probably should be worried about the Rage, but that's fine. And then he's also got a Pidgeot, who's also dealing pretty heavy damage to us. But we get the Paralysis, which is good. And there we go. So we get the crit hit. He gets the crit hit on us. Going to go into Gligar. Going to slash away. There we go. Cool. So that's Ralph the Fisher talking to us. Blah, blah, blah. Cool. So now quickly what I'm going to do, I'm going to go into you, item... give him an item. I'm going to give him the Sharp Beak. Yeah, so now we're going to take on some of these trainers around the SS Aqua. We might as well. As you can see, they're all pretty high level. This girl here, Twins Meg and Peg, they have 4 Pokemon. We start off with a level 71 Ursaring, which is pretty big. Unfortunately, Screech is failing, which is not what we want to see. So we're going to go into Rocky, because I reckon Rocky can tank most of these hits. As you can see, a few of my Pokemon have gained a few levels. Certainly was very useful that they did. Rocky takes him out with a single Iron Tail. Beastly there from Rocky. So, next up is a Donphan. So as you can see, Hoot Hoot was here because I was flying. I'll get him out of there as soon as we finish this set of battles. Donphan goes down to a single Blizzard from Piloswine. Good to see. He's also got a Piloswine, which is pretty cool. We're going to go into Nidoking, I reckon, and we're going to Fire Punch. That's good. We get the burn even more good. So Nidoking takes out the Piloswine, and then finally he's got Furret. We're going to go into Rocky once more. Going to Screech, and then Iron Tail. Yep, one hit KO. So there we go. We defeat Meg and Peg, easy peasy. Babies are renamed Call Us Girls. You're traveling alone using your one-man word. Sometimes kids are smarter than grown-ups. Cool. So yeah, so we're going to quickly pop back. This is our room here. If I remember correctly, we can sleep here. We've obviously got some stuff to sort out on the SS Aqua with regards to what we need to do in order to progress the story. But anyway, so we're going to bring out Quagsire. Have a look at our Pokemon. So, at the moment, we have Marowak at 70, Gligar 67, Piloswine 65, Nidoking 71, Rocky 70, Quagsire 76. So I think Marowak and Gligar in particular have gained some levels, maybe even Piloswine as well. So like I said, essentially we can use a lot of these sort of battles here as nice experience. So we're going to take on this guy now. There's nothing in here. Okay, so yeah, he's a sailor. Right, I wasn't goofing off. This cabin was just vacant, so I took a quick nap. Forget it. Let's battle. So we're going to take on Sailor Stanley. He has a level 81 Machamp. So we're going to go into Gligar. Misses with the submission, which is good news for us. Wing attack does over half damage. There we go. That's why wing attack is so important. Otherwise, Gligar would not have a stab move, and I think that would be pretty catastrophic for our chances here. So we're going to hope that this Golduck can start getting lucky Fury Punches, and we can hit it with some Thunder Punches. I'm thinking severely of changing my movesets around quite a lot. Specifically, I'm thinking of giving Nidoking Thunder Punch instead of Ace Punch. Primarily because it hits Flying types the same, but what it really gives us is we already have counters for most of what the ice is good at. If you think what ice is super effective at, you've got grass, but I've already got Fire Punch on there. You've got ground, but we don't really want Nidoking going against ground types because ground is super effective against poison. You've got flying, but we could have electric type attack for that. And the only other thing that ice is super effective against is dragon. And what I was thinking of actually is maybe putting Dragon Breath on Steelix as well, as a different move. So what was this? What Pokemon was it? I didn't see. That was a bit stupid. Let's go into Rocky. It's a Seeking. I should have seen that. Okay, so we're going to... luckily, Seeking usually are very physically offensive for some bizarre reason and don't have a lot of special. I say that just as that guy really nearly takes us out, but Rocky still pulls through. You got to remember that Rocky still also has pretty rubbish special defense. Its wing attack nearly takes out the Hitmonlee. There we go. We do take it out. We defeat Sailor Stan. He says it's all his fault. He has to do physical labor. He's exhausting. He's heading off. That's actually the guy we need to talk to later on. Essentially, one of the sailors complains about one of the guys goofing off. That is the guy who's goofing off. But we've actually zipped ahead slightly there. There's nothing in any of the bins. So we're going to take on Hiker Noland next. And he's got a Sand Slash, which is a good power. A good match against Piloswine, who can take out the Sand Slash in a single hit. Next up is Onyx. I think we're going to stay in. Or Earthquake. It'll be super effective. Oh, nearly takes him out. Need Piloswine to start getting some levels as well. Got the Golem next. Earthquake also does a huge amount of damage. There we go. Cool. So we defeat Hiker Noland. You wonder if there's any mountains worth climbing in Kanto. So we're just going to keep doing these battles. Let me turn it that loud. Okay, cool. This is a spare room. We could head down, but we won't, not for the moment. We can take on this guy. I'm going to put Kanto to the... I'm going to Kanto to put on Fire Breathing. Says a Fire Breather Lyle, who has a Weezing to start off with. Earthquake will do a huge amount of damage. In fact, it's a one-hit KO. It's got a Charizard. I have Ancient Power, but obviously... screw it. Ancient Power. It's quad effective. Oh, we so nearly take it out, and we're lucky that this Charizard is not using fire moves. 2 Ancient Powers takes it out. Finally, Flareon again, going for the risk, but you know. There we go. Easy peasy, just risking it a little bit, but it's fine. Survive the risk. Keep healing up. It's always good. Just to keep doing that. Another spare room. We've also got this room, which was the room that you caught me in at the start of this episode, and then we've got this one. I think I was searching to try and work out if I could complete this area without doing any of the battles. Unfortunately, that was not possible. So we'll take on, we'll have a look. Hello, son. I can't find my granddaughter, but she's on the ship. That's okay. We'll fill up the board. She's going to try bugging someone. I'm so worried. So we're going to find that girl. We know that we can find her further on. So next up is this guy. He says he is seasick. It's Juggler Fritz, who has a Mr. Mime. I'll go Earthquake here. I can see how much that does. Over half. There we go. Earthquake takes out the Mr. Mime. Next up is Machamp. There's no point in staying in with Piloswine, otherwise we'll just get destroyed by Cross Chop. So we will we use the Wing Attack. Even after Scary Face, we were faster that second time, but that might be if we're not holding Quick Claw, so I suppose not. Interesting. Anyway, next up is Magmar. We'll go into Marowak. Also means we can get Thunder Punch off Marowak, because that's really not doing that much. While I was talking about the changing of the movesets. Yeah, I mean, what we will have to do is we'll have to see what stats, essentially, everyone has by the time we get to their levels, because Nidoking's always been ahead of Marowak in terms of stats, which always means that its special has always seemed higher, when it might not necessarily have been, but we shall see. Anyway, we'll take on this Sailor here. He likes battles on his break. He has a Eradicate at level 92. So we will Earthquake. We get a crit hit, which is pretty nice. And then next up we got a Kingler. I'm going to stay in. Earthquake does not do a lot. Crab Hammer will be super effective. So we'll go into... I shouldn't have gone into Gligar. Really? Okay, there we go. It's fine. Marowak will go for... Well, he would have, but he gets a crit hit, which is really annoying. We'll go into Quacksalver for safety, and we will Earthquake. There we go! So, we take out Sailor Jeff, and we will go back and heal. So once we land in Kanto, if I remember correctly, there are things that we need to do. So, we take on you, we go and talk to this. She wants to battle. It's a Picnicker Deborah who has lots and lots of Pokemon. Hopefully our Blizzard can take out this Blossom. No, the level difference of 16. No, sorry, is that 20? That's 26 levels difference there. Such that Blizzard does not one-hit that Blossom. So we're going to go into Marowak. I'm going to hope for some Dynamic Punch luck here. Wow, that Miltank did a huge amount with we're missing here a lot, but it's okay. Ooh, we just survived the Seismic Toss. Yeah, that Miltank did a huge amount with Double Edge, as you'd sort of expect. It does get stabbed. Anyway, next up is Jumpluff, which is quadruply weak to Ice, so hopefully Blizzard should be able to take this one out. It does connect, and it does take out the Jumpluff in one hit. We survive a Giga Drain along the way. Next up is Blissey. So we're going to go into Nidoking and hope that Double Kick does an awful lot. Okay, it's a 2-hit KO. It's a 2-hit KO. That's pretty good. Well, it would have been a 2-hit KO had she not come out with the danger that is counter. Ooh, but we take it out with a Boomerang. Marowak getting a lot of experience there. Next up is Donphan. Hopefully, again, we can land a Blizzard. We missed this time. That's unfortunate. There's really no point in staying in with Piloswine, so we will go into Quagsire. He gets the one-hit KO. That's really bad luck, frankly. And now we're actually pretty struggling here. We're going to go into Gligar, and they should definitely be wary. Screech fails. Okay, yeah, we're in deep trouble. So we're going to go into Marowak, and we are going to use a Revive on Quagsire, because Quagsire is generally our big defender. We're now going to go into Piloswine because, again, low health. We've got Max Potion, we've got Hyper Potion. We use a Hyper Potion on Quagsire. Goes for the Horn Drill and misses. We will Earthquake, see how much it does. That was a crit hit, so it doesn't do much at all. But we'll go into Quagsire here. Surf, misses with the Horn Drill, thank goodness. We get a Surf off. Quagsire is up to 77, and is certainly our standout Pokemon at the moment. Surf should be able to take out this Steelix, easy peasy, and there we go. She says she bested the Elite Four, so she gets to go to Kanto. Neat. She asks us if we've beaten the Elite Four. Obviously, we haven't yet, but well, who's going to tell her that? You know, we haven't. So we're going to keep moving. we've got Captain's quarters, which is in here. We can talk to this girl. As you find out that, you know, she was playing with the captain. He wants to thank us for helping her. He gives us the metal city, I believe. So the metal coat. I believe the metal coat is steel type moves. Yeah, powers up steel type moves. Also is obviously a key item for the evolution of Onyx into Steelix, and Scyther into Scizor. If you're not using a game like this where you get automatic, where you get a level-based, when you get level-based evolutions. So the fast ship sails on Wednesdays and Sundays every week, so unfortunately you can't just sail back. I wouldn't have done that anyway, I don't think. So we have reached the Million City, and we're not going to do, as I said before, we're not going to do the gym battles here. What we're going to do is we're going to try and do essentially as fast as possible. We're going to try and just do some trainers on the routes in between cities. So the first stop on our list is the power plant, because we need to get to the radio station. So there is no trainers on this route. There are no trainers on this route. So we're going to reach Saffron. We're then going to head over to Lavender Town. We can take on these bikers down here. We have pretty high level Pokemon. I reckon we can take these guys. With the Kanto Pokemon Federation Trainer Group, we'll drive you under our wheels. Biker Nomad has a level 100 Charizard. But maybe not, and has Fire Spin. But we get an Ancient Power off. It is a crit hit. It does super amounts of damage. And we can take it out because it doesn't have anything. Well, it wasn't showing anything stronger than Fire Spin. We'll stay in just for the chance that we get an Earthquake off. Unfortunately, that is not to be the case. But we can go in to Marowak, who will get a Boomerang off and is so close to finishing it off. But Stab Crunch, not much we can do about that. We'll go into Quagsire and we will surf. I should have gone into something faster. Next up is Flareon. So we will stay in. This guy seems to have a lot of fire-based Pokemon, so we're just going to stay in. Earthquake is a one-hit KO. And finally he's got a Magcargo, which will be quadruply weak to water and ground. So really a poor matchup there. We can take out that guy. I wonder if the hacker has done it based on colour, so the next guy will be all the grass types. That'd be quite cool. Strong grass type Pokemon, and then the third guy will be all water types, which might be so cool. Grass and water aren't particularly good types for us. So anyway, this guy is pretty annoyed. He's Biker Alcatraz. He has a Steelix. So no, not is the case. We will Earthquake. It will be super effective, but we're not playing into the weakness, which is a bit annoying. But we can take it out in 4 hits, and he has nothing really to hurt us with. So Prize Point goes to 68. Next up is Skarmory. Skarmory. We'll go into Nidoking, and we will bring out the Fire Punches. Goes for the Steel Wing, does a huge amount of damage, but we should be, because we're faster, yeah, it's a 3-hit KO. So we take out the Skarmory, and finally is a Scizor. So unless it's... Surely, yeah, we're faster, so that should be... Oh, it's not it. Wow. I did not think that Scizor could survive, but it did. So we're going to go into Rocky here, and we're going to go for a Crunch. It does not much, because obviously. So we're going to go for Iron Tails. They're not very effective. But we're just hoping to outlast this guy, I think. We should be able to. There we go. So we finish off the Scizor with some help from Rocky. Rocky gets a huge boost. That boosted experience is really coming in useful at the moment. Just all of that trouble we had with him misbehaving at the start of the game is sort of not so bad now that he's become a really, really good member of our team. So our Pokemon 68, 68, 71, 70, 71, 77. So you can see that how much Quagsire has really turned up. Just really turned out and really been a great Pokemon for us. Annoyingly, that Weezing's gone for Explosion, which means no one gets any experience, which just sucks. But we're going to see that he's going to keep out with I was hoping he's going to stay with ground types. Instead, he's gone into a Gligar, which is obviously an ice type. Sorry, he's ground flying, super weak to ice. We will hit it with some ice punches. That might be the last few times that ice punch is actually useful for us. It's got a Quillfish as well, Marowak, if it's faster, which it isn't. So Quagsire will not be faster, but Earthquake should do a huge amount. Nearly. Takedown shouldn't take us out. Earthquake will take out the Quillfish. Quagsire goes to 78, continues his awesome leveling. Yep, you were wiped out by some punk from Johto. We shall heal up. Okay, cool. So that's those 3 trainers done. That much issue. Obviously going back and healing all the time. We're going to take on this guy now, who's asking about how the magnet train works. It's Super Nerd Sam. He has a level 100 Muck. I'm hoping Earthquake takes it out. Oh, we get the crit hit. Nearly takes it out. Of course, he's getting some help here with his Minimize, which is meaning that Earthquake is missing 4 times in a row, which is really unfortunate for us. Next up is the Wheezing. I'm obviously worried now about, having seen it, I'm now worried about the explosion. So we're just going to keep with the Bone Meringue, and there we go, there's the explosion. So Marowak's going to fall, but Piloswine is going to get all the experience, which isn't so bad. We can bring out Piloswine once more against the Arbok. Earthquake, again, really great attack, taking huge amounts of damage. There we go. So, as he says, the power of magnets is awesome. We have another trainer there, so we're just going to heal up once more. Got to keep that healing going. Keep all our Pokemon healthy. Yeah, we just don't want to lose any, don't want to lose any stupid battles. Just want to keep going. No point in losing battles at the moment, otherwise we just lose money, and we want as much money as possible so that we can buy as many items as possible when it comes to the Elite Four. So we're going to take on Super Nerd Tom. He has a Magneton. You really got to feel for Pokemon like Magneton. Just going to fall directly to my Piloswine. Next up is Alakazam, which is worrying at level 100. So we're going to Crunch. He's using Reflect, which isn't actually really going to actually help him. We do resist the Psychic, which is great. Okay, I'm pretty sure we do resist the Psychic. So we survive, and next up is Electabuzz. We're going to go into the Marowak here, I think. We're going to get hit by this Future Sight attack. It is a huge one. I didn't think it would do that much. And we cannot take... Ooh, we got a crit hit on the second Bone Meringue, which meant that we could take out the Electabuzz. That was huge. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure Marowak would not have survived. I'm going to stay in. I thought that this Electrode was probably going to explode. So I'm going to use Dig. Gives us every half here. There it does explode. But we survive. Marowak gets experience. Rocky gets lots of experience as well. Power Plot and also Maritime powers the Magnet Train. Obviously, it is not available at the moment. You need a Poker Flute to wake a sleeping Pokemon. Come to as many good radio shows. So this is the radio tower in Lavender Town. This is not particularly what we're looking for. What we are looking for. We could do those trainers. Did I want to head this way? Yeah, I did. So we're going to take on this guy. You like Pokemon, don't you? Me too. Pokefan Robert, who has a level 100 Quagsire. Not a good Pokemon for us. We're just going to Earthquake. It's our strongest move. He also has an Earthquake. It does more damage than ours. Ooh. We can't take him out. It's so unfortunate. Gligar should be faster. So I'd like to think a Wing Attack here should finish off that Quagsire. The nice thing about this is that it just means that our Pokemon are just going to level up that much faster, because all of these guys, we're all going to get the extra experience, because rather than wild Pokemon, they're trainer Pokemon, and so we get double the experience, which is great. instead. It might be doubled, I don't know. Mantine. Water flying. Earth Ancient Power is super effective. Let's see how much it does. It does a decent amount, actually. I'm surprised by that. We're just going to keep pumping the Ancient Powers out. Mantine goes down. Lucky it didn't have any water type moves. And next up is the Mr. Mime. It's got Psybeam. He survived with 2 HP. I'm going to go for the Bone Meringue this time. There we go. Mr. Mime goes down. Marowak goes to 72. And we defeat Hiker Jim. Hoping to get to the power station in this episode. Shouldn't be too much further. I think I should bring out Hoot Hoot. Not NPC, so we're going to deposit in Quagsire because he's at a higher level than everyone else. And we're going to bring out Hoot Hoot. I think we're going to need Flash. Annoyingly, obviously, we're going to need to bring Quagsire back out in order to reach the power plant, but that's okay. It's still got its hay fever. We've got Route 10, it's through to Lavender Town. Yes, I was correct. That's always nice. So we're going to use Flash. We find an elixir, lots of free items, which is always nice. TM47, which is Steel Wing. Interesting. I don't think we have any Pokemon that can learn that, but it's interesting nonetheless. Pointless encounters are pointless because like level 10 is really not going to make any difference to us. But we see lots of Pokemon, obviously of the ground type, and being ground type specialists, we must appreciate these Pokemon as they were. Cubone and not Zubat. Zubat can go away. 77 experience points is so little. Like, ridiculously small. So, nothing up and down, it doesn't look like. I'm just going to keep going. Wow, my laptop is really loud at the moment. Hopefully that's not distorting the commentary too much, but yeah, I've got to really work out why it's overheating so much. When it runs this program, when it runs OpenMU. Anyway, so we are just zipping through. We will be on the other side pretty soon, hopefully. This feels extended compared to what it was last time. I don't know if that's the case. Is that the way out? No, that's the way to the item, which is it. It's an iron. What do we want to throw? We can toss away an ice berry. Like, the berries are particularly not that handy at the moment. Onyx goes down. I can't take down. Okay, there's another ladder. There's an X accuracy in that little space there. I don't know. I was just looking because I figured like there's lots of little sort of areas here that look like they should be free items. But if they're largely stuff like X accuracy and stuff like that, then generally they're not particularly worth it. Anyway, we finally leave Rock Tunnel. We will heal up once more. And then we can head up here. I need to get that Quagsire. Okay, Bill's PC, deposit, withdraw, Quagsire. Cool, okay, so now what we can do is we can head up here, head down, head across. We have the Kanto power plant, and we will finish our episode here. So in the next episode, we're going to talk to people here, find out their issues, solve them for them, and then we should hopefully get the card that allows us to tune into the Lavender Town radio show, which allows us to then wake up the Snorlax, so we can then go through Jiglet's Cave and reach Route 24, 23, 20, whichever route it is that leads to the Indigo Plateau from the Kanto side. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Sorry for the big confusion about stuff, but hopefully you see that this is actually working out pretty nicely, and our Pokemon have learned quite a lot of levels in just this episode, just through battling these wild trainers, which is always nice. wild trainers just by battling these trainers. So yeah, hope you all join me on the next episode, and then hopefully and then probably the episode after that will be finally the chance to challenge the Elite Four, and then all we got to do is then challenge the 8 Kanto gym leaders, which I'm sure will all, as you can see, most of these guys are now. We're at this point where the trainers have level 100 Pokemon, so I would be surprised if the gym leaders don't. So, hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I hope you'll join me on the next one.